Greetings everyone! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! I hope you fared well in this holiday season. And today, I'm doing Christmas related quests in RuneScape 3. So stick around and come, join me in my adventure. The first quest that I've found is actually called The Myths of White Lands. The quest can be started at Lumbridge by talking to Jack the Explorer, and I think I'm going to head there now. Let's do this. So I've talked to Jack, and he mentioned that he was once visited by snow imps in his house. Jack the Explorer, being a treasure hunter himself, was excited when the snow imps told him of a treasure, but he's taken a break from exploring and wants me to find the treasure myself. Jack said that the place can only be accessed by a teleport spell from Isidore.
Very well then, here you go. Ecto sum glissando.
And now, I've arrived in this white, icy land. I must find a way to get through that cave. After dangling so many times in this icy cavern, I found myself in this cliff and I couldn't get past it, so I needed to find another way. After a few moments of sliding here and there, I slid past this hole, and on the other side, a monster yeti scared the hell out of me. Then I realized I needed to push the snow blocks to the edge to form a bridge that I could cross over, where I ended up earlier. Finally made it, and now I'm in the same room as the Yeti. Studying the carving on the wall, I learned that by blowing the pipe, it would actually put the Yeti to sleep. Sorry, yelling, not blowing, but yelling through the pipe. And it sent the Yeti to deep sleep. Once the Yeti is defeated, I can now go back to where I came in. And time to take Jack's so-called treasure. It doesn't look like anything much of a treasure. That's because it wasn't. Because it's literally just a Yeti's shite. Those snow imps played a little prank on Jack. Because once I've got out of the cave, look. Because out of the kindness of this imp's heart, they enchanted the shite to look like treasure. Wondering what to tell Jack? Nah, he'll never know. So anyway, I've returned to Jack and gave him the enchanted shite. And he's more than willing to take it. He doesn't know, because I didn't tell him. Either way, quest is done, haha. Alright guys, we've done our first quest today. Now let's move on to the next. The next one is called Violet is Blue, and this one took me to the land of snow. The starting point was actually at the White Wolf Mountain, where I found this little girl called Violet hanging out at the side of the mountain all by herself near the portal. And there are wolves nearby, and she is all alone. So after a short discussion, she went through the portal and I had to give chase. Once inside, while chasing her, I had to dodge some big-ass snowballs. I needed to find this little girl because she's all alone in this wilderness. I continued to follow her, and after a brief cutscene, it led me to a house. And inside the house, I found Violet, accompanied by two Yetis. The Yeti couple claimed that Violet was orphaned. She was left at the doorstep of their house. They took her in, and ever since they treated her as their own daughter. Violet was out because she was looking for a way to get to a festival for Christmas party. They then asked if I am willing to help them. I agreed. And we're off. Along the way, we passed a dark forest. Violet was scared and I had to find a way to light up the path. Sticking up some fireflies along the trees did the trick. After passing the dark forest, we encountered some headless snow golems. Violet wanted to put heads on them, so we used snowballs for heads, and she's gonna throw them while I point out the direction to where she's gonna throw. Afterwards, we came across a lake, frozen yet fragile, so we needed to do something to cross. So I've built snowmen, and Violet roared on them. This made the ice on the lake thick enough for us to cross. And now, we've reached even a bigger lake. We have to do better than a snowman this time. So I took a bucket for Violet to ride on. And after a little bit of sliding and gliding, we made it. And now we are nearing our destination. Just a wee bit problem. The Yeti town is just down below the hill, and the hill is just too steep of a slope for Violet to go. Then, we decided to build a sled to slide. And once done, we're already there, and thus completing the quest. We have finally arrived, and Violet gets to spend Christmas in this town. Her dream came true. And that ends our quest. Violet finally arrives at Yeti village for Christmas. After completing the quest, I decided to go back. Then I found out that there's actually a sequel for this quest. There's this skull waiting outside the portal, and his name is Posty Pete. He says that letters from Santa have gone missing and wants me to investigate. After jumping back at the portal, I talked to this imp called Posty. He revealed that the imps helping for Christmas have gone missing. After asking Violet for help again, we managed to locate Murphy, the snow imp assistant. It turns out, him and his friends were playing hide and seek at this old abandoned house, and they never managed to find him, so they abandoned him instead. After finding him, we heard a loud bang coming from the Yeti village, so we had to go and figure it out. What happened was, the imps were so disorganized that they destroyed the Christmas tree, ruining Christmas for everybody. Soon after, Posty came in asking for help because Santa's nice list has gone missing. Some Yeti children and imps were actually messing with Santa's nice list. Eventually, we managed to retrieve it. After retrieving the nice list, we went to Taylor, asking for a new tree for our new Christmas tree. And we have our Christmas tree. And now for some decoration. After asking the residents for decors, we decorated the entire village. Now that we have decorated the entire village, there's one last thing to do. This imp agreed to help. We're gonna launch him at a high ground for him to decorate the Christmas tree, all 3 of them. And we're done. After saving Christmas and the Yeti village of the Land of Snow, I escorted Violet back to her home. And after a few dialogue, gratitude and thanks were exchanged, and thus completing our 3rd Christmas-related quest. So that's the wrap up of this episode. Thank you for making this far in my video. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. Once again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year everyone!